Hey guys, Mythos Gamer. Welcome back for turn number 9. Before we do our investigator review, I want to point out a few mistakes that I made last turn. The first one is Hank. We rolled for his blessing, and I wasn't even thinking that the turn before that is when he got his blessing, and you don't have to roll on the next turn. So, Hank still has his blessing, and Patrice, she also has her Ominous Dreams ability, which we used last turn to gain 5 clue tokens from the Doom track hitting number 9, but she still also gains an additional clue token just because a gate opened up. So we're going to give Patrice her extra clue token we forgot last turn, bringing her up to 6. And now we're going to take a look at our investigators. Our first investigator is Hank. He has 6 stamina, 5 sanity, and $2. For his skills, he has a speed of 5, a sneak of 1, a fight of 5, a will of 0, a lore of 0, and a luck of 4. He has 1 gate trophy and 1 toughness of monster trophies. He is currently blessed and has the summon Shantak spell. He currently has 4 common items. The first 2 are food and his ancient tome. And the other 2 are his motorcycle and his axe. And finally, he has his Elder Sign and his Stealth skill. Our second investigator, Daisy, has 5 stamina and 5 sanity and $5. For her skills, she has a speed of 4 and a sneak of 1, a fight of 3 and a will of 2, a lore of 5 and a luck of 1. She currently has 2 gate trophies and 2 toughness of monster trophies. She has 2 spells, Heal and Rack. She has 2 unique items, both tomes, the True Magic Tome and the Liberty Ivan Tome. She is blessed and has the Fight skill. And she has 2 Madness cards, Claustrophobia and Xenophobia. Our third investigator, Patrice, has 4 stamina, 4 sanity, 6 clue tokens, and $2. For her skills, she has a speed of 4, a sneak of 1, a fight of 4, a will of 1, a lore of 5, and a luck of 0. She has 1 gate trophy and 3 toughness of monster trophies. She has 2 common items, the food and the lantern. She has the shriveling spell and the enchanted knife. And finally, she has the will skill. And now we have our last investigator, Agnes, with 5 stamina, 3 sanity, 8 clue tokens, $1. And for her skills, we have a speed of 4, a sneak of 0, a fight of 4, a will of 0, a lore of 6, and a luck of 1. Agnes has 3 spells, Wither, Flesh Ward, and the Dread Curse of Azathoth. She also has the Holy Water unique item, the Courier Run task, and the Library Use skill. Alright, that is it for our investigator review. If anyone has any suggestions on a better way for me to let everyone know what's going on with each investigator, please let me know. So far, that's kind of the best way I can think of, with there being so many different items for each investigator and sanity, stamina, money. Can't really think of a quicker way to do it, but if anyone has a suggestion, please let me know. We're going to pass the first player marker from Agnes over to Hank and move on to our upkeep. Alright, this turn we are supposed to roll for Hank's blessing. So we're going to roll for Hank's blessing and then we're going to roll for Daisy's blessing. Alright, this is for Hank. And he gets to keep his blessing. And this is for Daisy. And she also gets to keep her blessing. I do want to point out that normally during her upkeep, Daisy would have to lose a sanity because of her claustrophobia. But because she did go insane last turn, she is still at Arkham Asylum, so she will not lose an insanity this upkeep. Okay, that is it for our upkeep, so we're going to move on to our movement phase. Right now Hank is in the Merchant District streets. He has an Elder Sign, and if we can get through a gate and use the Elder Sign, that will remove a Doom token from our Doom track. So he's going to move from the Merchant District down to Miskatonic University, and then over to the Science Building, where there's a gate to the Dreamlands and a zombie. The zombie has a -1 to horror checks, doing 1 sanity damage, which we can ignore because of Hank's thick skulled ability, as long as he passes the combat check. For combat, the zombie has a -1 to combat checks, doing 2 stamina damage and 1 toughness. Alright, Hank has a fight of 5, and he's going to use his axe, giving him another +3, and then -1 from the zombie. He'll roll 7 die, and he has his blessing, so he needs 1 success. Wow, and one of the dice jumped out, but that's okay, we still got our success. So Hank will kill the zombie. That will give him 1 gate trophy and 2 toughness and monster trophies. Our next investigator, Daisy, has a speed of 4. So she's going to go from the asylum down into the streets. Then she's going to leave the downtown area and head over into East Town. Then move over into Rivertown. And finally, she is going to leave the street area and go into the Black Cave, collecting 2 clue tokens. And that will be all her clue tokens. She has 2 now. Our next investigator, Patrice, is at Independence Square, and she is going to try to take out that Dark Young. The Dark Young gives +0 to horror checks, doing 3 sanity damage, -1 to combat checks, doing 3 stamina damage, 3 toughness, physical resistance, and nightmarish 1. For our horror check, Patrice has a will of 1, and she has the will skill, giving another +1. So she'll get to roll 2 die for her horror check, and if she spends any clue tokens, she'll get a bonus die. Now, because if she fails the horror check, she'll take 3 sanity damage. She only has 4 sanity. The Dark Young also has nightmarish 1, so that would be another sanity loss automatically. So we have to make sure we pass this horror check. We're going to roll 2 die. And she got no successes, so we're going to spend one of her 6 clue tokens to roll 2 more die. And we got the success we needed for the horror check. We're still going to lose 1 sanity because of nightmarish 1. That'll bring her down to 3. And move on to combat. Because the Dark Young has a toughness of 3, we have to use everything we have. So we're going to attempt to cast the Shriveling spell. It's going to cost us another sanity, bringing us down to 2. Has a -1 modifier, and she has a lower of 5, so we're going to roll 4 die. If we're successful, she'll get an extra +6 to combat checks. Alright, we got a success, so she will successfully cast the Shriveling spell. The Shriveling spell only costs 1 hand, so she's also going to use her Enchanted Knife. That gives her initial +9. She has a fight of 4, so that's 13 die. -1 from the actual Dark Young. We're going to roll 12 die, and we need 3 successes. Here are our first 6 die. And we already got our 3 successes. So she will kill the Dark Young, giving her another 3 monster trophies. She now has 1 gate trophy and 6 toughness worth of monster trophies. And now our last investigator, Agnes, is going to move further into the City of the Great Race. Okay, that ends our movement. So we're moving on to our Arkham Encounters phase. Hank is at the Science Building, where there's a gate to the Dreamlands, so he will get pulled through. Next we have Daisy at the Black Cave, so we'll draw an encounter card. Alright, if you have a lantern, you notice a deep pit in the floor ahead. Looking down into it, you discover an unusual item. Draw 1 unique item. If you do not have a lantern, you must pass a luck -2 check or fall into the pit in the darkness. If you fall, Draw 1 injury. Well, because Daisy has a luck of 1, it looks like she's getting an injury card. That combined with the 2 madness cards, she's really getting beat up this game. For our injury card, we got Broken Hand. You have 1 fewer hand to use during combat. That really doesn't affect Daisy very much. She has no items or spells that use any hands, so that's okay, as long as we don't draw another one. And our last investigator in Arkham, Patrice, is going to have an encounter at Independence Square. Alright, luckily, it's just another quiet day in the square. No encounter. That's kind of boring, but it's better than having a gate and a monster up here. Now we're moving on to our Otherworld encounter phase. First we have Hank in the Dreamlands, and we can use any color Otherworld encounter card. The first one we drew had Dreamlands on it. You stand before the gatekeepers, Nasht and Common Thaw. Pass a lore -2 check or return to Arkham, but do not receive an Explorer token. That is really bad. Hank has a lore of 0. And that's pretty much going to set us back a turn, but we don't have a whole lot of choice. And now we have Agnes at the City of the Great Race. We need a green or yellow Otherworld encounter card. We got a green one that does not have City of Great Race on it, so we go to Other. Excellent. There seems to be a narrow passage leading back. Return to Arkham. Okay, that's great. I think I would have rather had Hank stay in the Dreamlands and pull Agnes out next turn, but I will definitely take Agnes coming back early. Okay, now we're moving on to our Mythos phase. We are having a gate and a monster appear at the Black Cave. For our gate, we got another gate to relay. For our monster, we got a ghost. Another yellow monster, doesn't like to move. Has a -3 to sneak check. It gives -2 to horror checks, doing 2 sanity damage. -3 to combat checks, doing 2 stamina damage. Has only 1 toughness, physical immunity, and is undead. Because Daisy was at the Black Cave, she will get pulled through. And she will end up back in the first area of relay. Because another gate opened up, we have to add another Doom token to our Doom track. This brings us up to 10. And Patrice will gain a clue token from her Ominous Dreams ability, bringing her back up to 6 clue tokens. Next, a clue token will appear at Hibbs Roadhouse. Next, we have monster movement. Right now, we have 3 yellow monsters on the board, so they don't move. We also have our Wraith in the sky, but because of our Evil Fog environment card still in play, flying monsters don't move. So we're going to move on to the text of our new Mythos card. Blackest Night. It's another environment card, so we're going to replace an Evil Fog. It's a mystic one, so it will activate Groth, our Herald. While it's in play, luck checks in Arkham are made at -1 penalty. Sneak checks are made at a +1 bonus. Alright, now we're going to roll for Groth's Looming Omens. If we roll a 1, each investigator loses 1 sanity. On a 2, they lose 1 stamina. 3 and 4 have no effect. On a 5, we raise the terror level. And on 6, we add Doom token to the Doom track. And we rolled a 6. That is the last thing we wanted. We have to add another Doom token to our Doom track. Alright, we now have 11 Doom tokens on our Doom track. Patrice does not gain a clue token this time because her Ominous Dreams ability only activates whenever a new gate opens. I kind of wish that earlier in the game I had used Hank's Elder Sign to seal that gate instead of the clue tokens, because that would have taken a Doom token off our Doom track. But at the time I really didn't think it was going to be this much of an issue. Alright guys, that is the end of our turn. Kind of rough this turn. We were able to kill a few monsters, but having Hank come back to Arkham definitely put us behind, and with our Doom track being on 11 now, things are not looking very good. But we do have Agnes with her Explorer marker at the City of the Great Race. Maybe we can at least get our 5th gate sealed, and who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll only have 13 monster surges before a new gate opens up. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time.